Going straight in, Charles and I kind of disagree on this.
We just had
we disagree on this, and we disagree on a lot of stuff.
Definitely disagree.
So
Kellyanne Conway.
We want to show you this video. This is Kellyanne Conway walking this through the streets of D.C. yesterday, late afternoon, and I'm not talking about the number of people, but just look every time.
The backpedaling.
Every time she takes two steps.
The backpedaling has started already.
Happens.
Wow. Didn't know the backstroke was your thing.
We love you so much. You're amazing. So much.
Hi, I'm Kellyanne. I didn't get your name. Nice to meet you. Hi, how are you? I'm Kellyanne. Hi, how are you? Hi.
Kellyanne, it shows that you're a woman of the people.
You're very welcome, thanks.
Have a good day, Kellyanne.
Take care.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Well, it's in the span of 4 steps.
Yes, 3 different groups of people she stopped and took photos with, which was, by the way, very nice of her. Didn't have to do that. Not knocking that at all.
Let me make my point, because this has nothing to do with being, throngs of people. But the weird thing to me is this, that, people become celebrities for all sorts of reasons. I mean, we've covered people where you don't get it, and then people where you do get it. What's interesting is that, to me, outside of Trump and maybe Pence, the 2 most visible people in Washington, D.C., I think it's her and Sean Spicer.
Well,
Agreed.
That would make a lot of sense if they were the 2 most.
But I'm saying more than anybody.
They're supposed to be visible.
Well, they're supposed to be. They're the people that go out
but
there and talk. When you see the interviews on behalf of the administration, it's Spicer and
But
Conway.
Van, let me ask you a question, honest. And I really like Josh Earnest. He was a great press secretary for Obama. Do people really recognize, because
Well, yes, it helps that you say things that are sound bites. When you speak in sound bites, you say things that people disagree with.
Also, let's be honest, the Obama administration, they were extremely effective, but it was more kind of politics as usual as far as what they were doing. They did things, actually, some might say, in the right ways, and Spicer and the other people, they're being held to bear. They've been brought to bear about things that are much more controversial. Every time Sean Spicer speaks, it's about something that's controversial. Every time Kellyanne Conway speaks, she's trying to debunk something that people think about Donald Trump. So yeah, people are probably more tuned into that.
Well,
your point being that all the criticism they get, that when she's on the street, clearly there are people who are embracing
Let's be real for a second. 40% of the people. 40% of the people are down with everything that Trump is doing. 40% of the people are down with everything that Trump is doing. Down against everything. And then there's a middle ground there. So
that's 37% approval rating.
Well, yeah, and they also said, but they also said he was going to lose the election.
So math was never his thing, man. Math was never his thing.
I am 37% approval rating.
So you don't polls mean nothing anymore.
It means nothing to me.
All right. Interesting.
My only
People
point.
love Trump.
My only point is, because I remember when we started People's Court a long time ago. Judge Wapner was the most famous judge in the country, more than anybody on the Supreme Court. And I remember it back then and being conscious of it, and they actually did do polling back then. But, movies like 3 Minutes to Wapner and Rain Man and stuff like that, it's like I remember thinking to myself, my God.
Quick, reel it in. What's the point?
The point is that, it's not the position you hold, it's the profile you have. And I think they have become the two.
She has a high profile. But you acted like she was mobbed on the streets of D.C. She took 3 photos. She took 3 photos. A very nice lady. I'm glad she did that. For you to sit there and say that. Exactly. Reagan, you're part of the problem.
Why are you so mad?
DC Rockstar. I saw the rain.
Because you're trolling us. You're trolling us. You know it. That's why we're mad.
Rockstar?
So
She's famous in SNL.
Reagan, you need to
fun of her.
answer for this.
So angry.
You need to answer for this, Reagan. DC Rockstar?
But you're selling this as if it's the Beatles at the Ed Sullivan
Reagan, we
show.
gotta get some
pictures.
We gotta get some medication instead of those chocolate pretzels.
Oh man!
So that you can go like this.
Notice that Reagan isn't saying a word because he can't support this whatsoever.
And also, we have guests, Charles, and look at you running your
look
mouth.
at Vincent. You're running your mouth.
We have
You're running your
guests
mouth. Vincent's here today.
Finally, we have somebody who can actually run the show in there.
God.
Rockstar.
My name is Frederick Ingram, and I'm calling from Washington, D.C. And see, here's the thing. I would probably have a different reaction with Kelly and this whole Rockstar thing. I just saw the movie Get Out, so if I see her and she's holding a teacup, I'm out.
Oh my God, I can totally see her. Just go.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.